Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Hello my dear students, here we meet again for another video for those who study Global English 6, my students in grade 7 level B. Our lesson today, we are going to have unit 6, lesson 4. Okay, and before that, let's start with revising your homework from the previous video. You had your activity book page 69. It was homework, and you had to fill in the gaps using as soon as, while, or until. The first one was done for you, and I helped you with the second one. It was a plan for an expedition. We are going to take a boat down the river until we get to the hut. From here, we'll trek through the forest. Space, we find a place to put up our tent. So the right answer here is until. Space, we are putting up the tent. Sam will make dinner. Two actions happening at the same time. So here we use while. Space, we have had dinner. We'll set up the cameras to record nocturnal animals. An action that starts when another action ends. So here we use as soon as. The camera will record space while sleeping. The camera will record at the same time, we record while we're sleeping. And we'll have a look at the film space we get up the next morning. Have a look as soon as we get up the next morning. That was your homework. I hope that you have done all the questions right. Today we are going to have a lesson, as I said, it's lesson 4 in unit 6, and we're going to read the text and answer questions. Also, we're going to learn how to use ordinal numbers. Ordinal numbers. We're going to know about them. So please go to your book, page 86. 86 in your student's book. Have you ever kept a diary or a blog? What's a diary or a blog? It's a place or something in which you write what you do every day. For example, you go on expedition, you go on a journey, and you write what happened every day. That's a diary or a blog. The information that you write in it is how you enjoyed your day, what you did on that day, who you went with, and so on. So we're going to read Nadia's diary from her expedition on the Senegal River, Africa. Someone called Nadia, and she has written her diary from her expedition on the Senegal River in Africa. But you have to put the paragraphs in order. They are not in the right order. We have 4 paragraphs, and we want to put them in the right order. Which of them is paragraph number 1? Which of them is paragraph number 2, 3, and 4? So that's the first part. We have 2 paragraphs here, A and B. Listen to that diary, and remember that you have to put the paragraphs in the right order. Okay, let's start.
November 11th. Senegal River. Further up the river, we found 3 more females with nests and watched a second one do the same miraculous thing. That's 6 nests in a 1,500-meter area.
So it's clear that's not the first paragraph, it's not number 1. Further up the river, we found 3 more, so it seemed that she talked about something before. That's not the first one. Paragraph B.
Up at 4:30 a.m. to watch the Nile crocodiles. So difficult to make a start after the hot and dusty journey to the river last night and hardly any sleep, but so worth it just to see our first female Nile croc. She was about 4 meters long, and she was guarding her nest and carrying her young to the water. What a sight to see. She looked deadly but behaved so gently.
So now we know that they are in that place in near the Senegal River to see Nile crocodiles, to know more about Nile crocodiles. Second part, we have also 2 paragraphs, C and D. Listen and remember that we are going to put them in order at the end.
Back to camp at 6:30 p.m. to write up notes. We are recording the nesting areas and habits of the Nile croc so that we can reduce the number of crocodile attacks on local people in this area. These ladies protect their nests very aggressively.
And the last paragraph,
At about 11 a.m., we moved further up the river and spotted 2 more females. Between them, these crocs have probably laid about 100 eggs. And here we saw the most amazing thing. The first female took one of her eggs in her mouth, rolled it in her enormous jaw, and then very carefully cracked the egg open with her big jagged teeth. The little baby croc emerged completely unharmed.
Okay, so these were the paragraphs that made Nadia's diary. Reading them again, you can pause the video, go to your book, read them again, and put them in the right order, and you'll find that the right order is B is the first paragraph, D is the second, A is the third, and the last paragraph is C, that one, back to camp at 6:30 p.m. So that's what we mean by a diary, what happened throughout the day. You can go back and read again and answer this question. Where is Nadia writing her diary? It's answered in the first line. Where is she? She is in Senegal. And why is she there? What are Nadia and her team looking at? Why are they in Senegal? They are there to watch Nile crocodiles. They went there to watch Nile crocodiles. And the last question, how do you think Nadia feels about what she saw today? What was her feeling? Yes, she liked it and she was amazed. She said that it was amazing to see so and so. Okay, that's how she felt. We will talk about ordinal numbers. What's meant by ordinal numbers? When I say put in order, order means that you put something first, second, third, fourth, and so on. These are ordinal numbers. First, second, third, these are called ordinal numbers. We have cardinal numbers, which we use to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're counting. These are called cardinal numbers. While the ordinal numbers from order, we put everything in order. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and so on. And I think that's easy and you know it. When I say who's first, who's second, who's third, who's last? Okay, last, the last one. So, number one here, how long is space? It was about 4 meters long. About the diary that Nadia has written. I'm asking about the length of the crocodile. Yes, it was about 4 meters long. That was the female crocodile that they saw first. So how long was the first crocodile? The first crocodile that they saw. From number one, the first. And how many crocs did they find up the river? You remember? How many crocs? You can count them. 1, then they saw 2, they saw 3. So they were 6 crocodiles. They found 6 crocodiles. Okay, so the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, and we use here the ordinal numbers. Ordinal, there is order. So first, second, third, fourth, and so on. We will find more exercise to do on your activity book, page 71. So please go to your activity book. And here, we practice more about numbers. The numbers, they tell us the amount of something, while the ordinal numbers tell us the order of things. So use sentence in practice and write an ordinal number and a cardinal number in the gaps. Here, we have numbers at the end of each sentence. At the end of number 1, we have a number here, a number there, another one, and so on. So we need the ordinal number and the cardinal number. For example, number 1. Today is the 5th, from number 5, 5th day of the tour. And we saw 5 elephants. Yes. Okay. The second one, number 2. What's the ordinal number of 2? Second. Put the right word here. Where will you put 2 and where will you put second? Number 3, you have the number 4. So where will you put 4 and where will you put fourth? Yep. Okay, think about it. Number 4, 3. We have the number 3, and the ordinal number is first, second, third. Yes, you're right. Well done. I think that you got right. And the last one we have number 1, and the ordinal number is first. Yes. Okay. So this will be your homework. Okay. I hope you enjoyed our video today. It was short and simple. I hope you liked it so much. See you soon. Goodbye.